Hey everyone, welcome to Game 2 of this best of 3 series from the 5th round of the Gamecom Open tournament. This is sksLamp, our master player, against none other than our hero player B. He has been through this tournament 5 rounds now. This is the 5th round. We have been following him every single round. Look at his progression during this tournament. He has been doing great. Unfortunately, he just lost the first game to sksLamp. This might be the end for a hero B. We are hoping that he actually manages to pull through and beat sksLamp, even though he is my Zerg brother. Unfortunately, B has just been so good at this tournament. Remember, B is Platinum in 1v1, Diamond in 2v2, and he is our inspiration. He is showing us that you don't need to be Diamond or Masters to actually participate in these tournaments. He is Platinum. He has made it through 5 rounds. That is a lot of players. Now, he mostly have been 2-0ing people. Now all the lower bracket players have been eliminated from this tournament. Maybe 1 or 2 bronze are left, but at the 5th round they have to be very lucky to actually make it this far. And sksLamp saying that he has been 2-0ing probably mostly everyone except when he got 6-spooled. And we will just have to see what B's plan is right now. Remember, he is Platinum. He knows that he's playing a Masters player, so look for him to actually do some kind of strategy that can pull him ahead, and look for a gamble in this game. Because when you know that if you pull this game further and further ahead, you will get outplayed, you need to gamble something, you need to cheese, you need to try and double expand very fast, you need to gain that advantage and hope that your opponent is just playing a standard game. That way you can actually eventually make your way back and win this game against a better player. Very standard opening though by B, so nothing too weird. Cybernag score not walling off the front, so that is particular. I guess he just had the money, didn't want to deal with that drone trying to block his wall off. Meanwhile, B has his probe in position to wall off that expansion, and this spawning pool is actually in a horrible position by Lamp. This is very particular. This will actually take 4 drones to saturate this geyser just because of this extra little loop. So Lamp, watch out. You should have actually placed this a bit further ahead or a bit further to the right. This might hinder you in the late game, but it's very neglectable. 4 Lings now on the field for sksLamp. Second gateway already up for B, so we might be seeing some kind of 4-gate pressure. Lamp did steal that gas as long as he could. That drone now dead, and B is actually free to take his tech choice right now. We'll just have to wait and see what he decides to do. Throwing down a pylon at the back of his base, might hide some tech here or here. We'll just have to wait and see. No expansion and just yet for sksLamp. He is at 23 supply. The standard play is at 21 supply, but since he did get those 4 Lings out a bit faster, he did have to delay that expansion just a tiny bit. Not too big of a deal. Very safe play actually getting 4 Lings. He can start harassing this, but with this Stalker he will get denied. He did see those 2 gateways, the Stalker and the Zealot, so he knows exactly what's going on except for this Twilight Council. Very fast Twilight Council. And throwing down another gateway, actually trapping his probe there. That's why he cancelled it. And we might be seeing DTs here. Let's just see if he decides to make use of this right away. It does not look like it. He just spent 100 gas somewhere. That is on a sentry. And I can't wait to see what B is going to go for. I think it will be DTs since he does need some kind of advantage. And this might be very effective because there is no lair nor an evo chamber for sksLamp, and if he actually pokes up here, he should see that there's only 1 sentry, and he should know that something is up at this point. We will just wait and see the tech building. Expect a Dark Shrine here. Right now, there it is, the Dark Shrine. And Lamp, really, he needs to scout the front here. Remember, you can count the amount of sentries in the front of the base and know exactly how much gas went into those sentry counts. If you poke a Ling up here, you see 2 Zealots, a single Stalker, and a single sentry. That is not even 200 gas invested right now. 2 more zealots is even more of a tell. If you see 200 gas invested in these units, you know that either a starport or DTs are coming. In both cases, an Evo chamber is a must, so you can get that Spore Crawler to defend against air or DTs. And this is going to be looking very good for B because sksLamp is actually not getting an Evo chamber, and this might do a lot of damage. He does see the Twilight Council, but that Overlord is being sacrificed for nothing. I really feel that if he just counted these units, he could deduce that there was actually a Dark Shrine, because look at this army composition. There are 5 zealots. That's not very usual for a Protoss player, and now these DTs are going to be warped in as soon as this Dark Shrine finishes. It's 10 seconds away and still no Evo chamber, no lair from sksLamp, so this might be very, very, very dangerous at this point. There is no proxy pylon though for B. He is going to warping that Dark Templar on the low ground here. He could have hidden a pylon down here or on the other side right here. These roaches are going to make their way across the map, but a single DT will deny that completely. He is going to try and counterattack, but this is a very safe wall off. I don't think he'll be able to actually bust through this if B just sends his army back into the main base. He is going to try and expand here. That is not going to work. It will be forced to cancel. Meanwhile, these DTs are heading into the main base. They're going to start doing so much damage. One DT at the watchtower. This is a slight blunder. He should be a lot more active, either defending here or just helping out to kill off the rest of the base. This DT now going to start hacking away at some drones, and this is very all in right now for the Zerg player. There's no way he comes back from this. You can see that harvester count is plummeting right now. Those force fields are great by B, actually forcing these links to pull back, and a DT should be warped in right here, right now. You can see the production is completely null for sksLamp. He is sending all his drones, so this is definitely the most all-in he can be. And a single DT, there is absolutely no detection, no lair for sksLamp, so a single DT completely denied this. I feel like B should just save up a tiny bit of gas and warp in a single DT. It could be so effective, or just warp it on a low ground. And I mean, this is looking so good for B at this point. He is mining, his opponent is not. His opponent does not have any kind of detection. This DT could just go harass this main army forever, as well as these 2 DTs. As soon as they finish off those 2 main bases, they can just come back, and finally this DT is actually going to start harassing the army, killing that queen, and going to kill off this expansion. And I really feel like B is going to win this game. He is looking great. One more DT making his way across the map, going to find this army and start killing stuff in it. And really, if you look at their workers killed, 11 workers. If you look at the units lost tab, it is very even. But these DTs, again, there is no detection by sksLamp. He GG's out of there, and we are going into game 3 from this best of 3 series. So it is now tied up 1-1, and tune in for that last game.